Yeah, I think that's what state championships are supposed to look like. And it's hard for me to be really sad just from the sense of we've been on the other side of that, right? We've made the play at the end and been the team that's found a way to win. I'm just so proud of what our kids and what our seniors have done for the last 5 years, especially the last 3, and come up a couple inches short and give Calvary all the credit. I thought at the end we were playing a little bit on our heels and they were playing on their toes, but it's what a state championship 1 versus 2 matchup. If I was a fan, I'd feel like I got my money's worth.
Coach, the 4th and 1 call at midfield, just sort of what did you like about that call in that moment, and just talk about how difficult a decision that was?
Yeah, it was, and something I'll think about, and I've been trying to talk myself out of not going for it even afterwards. And I mean, it's a half a yard to win the state championship, and I felt good about our matchup the whole night, our offensive line versus their D line, and we had a little miscommunication, and Brady did a great job of almost salvaging it and almost getting it. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to learn from it. It's something we'll think about. And then I still felt confident in our defense. I mean, we're one of the best defenses in the state. Go out there, and again, we didn't get it done. A lot of that I have to give, tip the hat to Calvary. I think it was more about what they did, not what we didn't do.
Coach, those last 2 drives by Calvary were a little different than anything else they did in the game. So what did they do better, or what changed?
Yeah, I just think what I said. I thought that we were kind of playing on our heels, trying to just not lose the game, and they were trying to play to win the game. And not our calls weren't any different. I thought we were still being aggressive in what we were doing defensively, but I thought their kids had a little bit of a mindset, and we were kind of playing like, okay, we got a 9-point lead, let's kind of hang on instead of just finishing the game and winning the game. And so I hope that our program learns from that.
Questions?
Wayne, I know it's tough not winning a 3rd straight title, but just in this 3 years, can you just kind of encapsulate what this run has been for this team and for this program?
Yeah, and I mean, the last 3 years have been unbelievable, but really, our program for the last 20 years. I mean, we just played for our 9th straight state championship. I mean, I've been at St. Charles 20 years, and I've been blessed to play, coach in 9 state championships in football and 12 in baseball. I mean, and I have coaching buddies that I've never coached in one. So we're very humble about, what we've been able to do, and I hope that the young kids, we haven't had that feeling in a long time, in both sports. It's a lot of the same guys in football and baseball, and we've won the last game of the year for the last 2 years, and that's just unheard of. So hopefully we can regroup from it, learn from it, and our younger guys can feel it and continue to keep this thing rolling. I mean, you're not going to win a championship every single year, right? This one hurts because it was, 6 inches away. But we'll learn from it and hopefully be better for it.
Coach, I know the senior class, they've played in state championships, whether it's football, baseball. What is it about the senior class that has really made them a winning class throughout their career?
So they're not only talented, obviously. I think that their talent is underrated. A lot of people love to say how well coached we are and all of that, but I think that's a slight to our kids. Our kids are really just unbelievable. They're gritty, they're talented, they're tough, and in the senior class, they love St. Charles. They love playing for the name on the front of the jersey, and they love their brother. They love the guy next to them. And I think when you got that in this day and age, where a lot of individualism and there's a lot of guys worried about how many stars and how many offers, I think the result is what you've seen the last couple of years. So I hope that our culture can maintain. There's no guarantee it's going to stay that way, but these seniors have really given us the blueprint to stay successful.
It's one thing to watch a team on film. Now that you've been across the sideline from them and seen, the offense being able to throw the ball, being able to run the ball, what are your impressions of Calvary?
I think they're a good football team. I mean, I thought that going in. I knew it would be a heavyweight war, and there were a lot of ebbs and flows in the game. I thought we came out in the second half and defensively, we turned the page and kind of took the momentum back, and I thought we had a chance to kind of put them away there, and we didn't, and we let them hang around, and then they did what good football teams do. They found a way to win. I really felt like if we got it into a late 4th quarter, that'd be our advantage because we kind of been in those more than they have this year. But, give credit to their coaching staff and their kids for finding a way to get it done at the end.
For the players, can you kind of describe the experience of getting back here to the Dome again? And like Coach said, you guys have been on the other side of this. You had a big comeback last year.
First of all, I'm blessed. It was our fifth straight year being in the state championship. Lost my 8th and 9th grade year, won my sophomore year, my junior year, and you know it's just a blessing to be here because we're just used to it now. But you know, not everybody could do what we do, so yeah, I'm just blessed to be here and have the opportunities that God's given me and my coaches.
Yeah, touching on what Daniel said, yeah, it's a great honor to be here this many times. I mean, not every school, every player gets the chance to do that, and obviously it's sad to not finish out your senior year the way you wanted to, but I guess that's just how things go. Jeremiah looked at me and he was just like, you know, man, it was a plan, bro. It was just how God wanted it to go, and things happened. So.
Back to what Daniel said, I'm just really blessed to be here because this is my first year at playing in the state. So I'm just really blessed to be here, and I gave it my all. And I feel like our team gave it all, and it didn't happen how we wanted it to happen, but we're going to come back strong.
Question.
Hey, guys, would you help us out, introduce yourselves individually, and then I've got a question for you guys.
Daniel Joseph, number 4, wide receiver, class of 24.
Brady St. Pierre, quarterback, number 12, I'm senior.
Jeremiah Wells, number 3, senior.
Okay, guys, you had a lead late, 4 minutes left. I can tell you there were Calvary players thought they were beat. Did you guys think you had it won? I mean, not bragging or anything. How tough is this to take, losing one like that?
You know, I thought we had a good game plan. We got some stuff going early, scored on the screen, the second drive of the game. You know, we just had the same plan going in after halftime, just try and get the run game going, pass it when we want to. And, you know, we just ended up getting short on that 4th and 1. And, you know, so.
Yeah, there was 4 minutes, and I knew that another touchdown would almost put the game away, but not really. But we ended up not scoring. We got the ball back. We needed 2 first downs to put the game away, and then we just had a little miscommunication in the huddle, like Coach Wayne had said, and I mean we fell a yard short, lost the state championship.
I just felt like it was just miscommunication. All of it was just miscommunication. So if it wasn't for that, then we would be in a better position.
All right, my question is for QB1, Brady St. Pierre. Hey, man, you have been so incredibly successful in 2 sports at St. Charles. I know it ended a little sour, but you on your way to Southeastern to play baseball. How has your experience been at St. Charles as a student athlete?
Yeah, you know, I grew up watching all these guys play, and St. Charles have had success before we got here. And just to see the community of St. Charles have success, I wanted to be a Common my whole life, and then I fell into the footsteps. I made it to 5 straight championships in football. My first year on varsity in 9th grade for baseball. We made it to 3 since my 9th to junior year. So, I mean, next year I got another year of baseball, which I'm not going to let pass me, and look forward to college because high school is just where you dream of playing high school football, high school baseball, and you never get these days back. So I'll definitely keep the pace slow and definitely enjoy the rest of my high school season.
Question.
This question is for any of you on the dais. Last year, I remember talking to you guys. I think I talked to you, Coach, about what this team and this run means to the community, because you know it's very rare that you win back-to-back championships or even compete for a three-peat. What's the vibe has been like in the community in St. Charles Parish?
Well, we're in St. John the Baptist Parish, but, our community's been unbelievable, and I'll say this, and I tell my parents this all the time, and we've been a little spoiled, right? You know, we've been spoiled to just think that it's going to happen and think that it's a magic run, and it was. But our kids put in so much work, but we have such great support from our administration, from our parents, from our kids, from our coaches. You know, people think that it takes, you know, this player or that player, and you need players, but it just takes support. It takes people putting athletics and making it a priority in schools, because this is a great part of these guys' experience as a high school student, right? They're going to remember English class and get the diploma and stuff, but these are the memories, good or bad, that they're going to talk about for the rest of their life.
All right, final question.
Brady, you can speak upon all the seniors of this year, of how much of a run that class has done, especially probably the greatest run in the history of St. Charles Catholic football.
Yeah, I mean, we got here in 8th grade with some guys. They aren't with us anymore. They either quit football or left us, but I think the people that are still here have been playing as a family since 8th grade. If it was a JV football game, no matter what, I think our competitiveness has always been high, and we always are of course trying to win a game, but it's not just trying to win or trying to just be individual and like pad our stats or whatever, but I think that everyone in the senior class is playing for one another no matter what, and we just play with heart, and then of course it fell short.
Okay, Coach, I'm going to ask you 3 players. Just collect yourself for a moment, and I want you guys to make a final comment and direct it to your coach.
You know, I'm blessed to have Coach Wayne as my coach, because throughout these past 2 years, you know, he's pushed me to be the guy I am today, not only as a player, but as a teenager and growing up as a young man. And, you know, the summer was rough. You know, he pushed us to be better, and that's why we are here today.
Oh, yeah, I want to thank Coach Wayne for, you know, like Daniel said, he's been pushing us since we were in 8th grade. I mean, even though he wasn't the head coach our first 3 years, and I'm honored to have him as a baseball coach for my 3 years of when I was on varsity. But, I mean, it's going to be something that I'll definitely harp on for a little while, but can't say enough about our coach.
I just want to say thank to Coach Wayne, because right here, like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. And it's been a journey for me being a St. Charles Catholic Comet. So I feel like I'm just blessed, and he's been a big part of that. So I just want to thank him for that.
Coach, I think those 3 players just told you that they loved you. You have the final word.
Yeah, and I just want to, again, I can't lose sight of just in loss. God has been so good to us. And that's what I just told our players. I think that you have to learn how to win and you have to learn how to lose. And maybe this was time for our kids to feel it, and maybe it's time for me to be able to stand up in front of these young men and show them what it's like to learn how to lose. I told them I never want them to go through life being afraid to lose. I think that is a life lesson. Now, I want them to chase whatever job they want. I want them to chase whatever dream they want. I want them to chase whatever girl they want. And if they lose, get back up and keep going. So there's so many lessons to learn in high school sports. I'm blessed to be the face of St. Charles Catholic. I've got a phenomenal staff who puts us in position. Got a phenomenal administration, phenomenal parents that back us, let us coach these young men hard, and it's a great place to be, and we'll be back.
Hi, my name is Will Sermon from St. Charles St. John Parish Farm Bureau. On behalf of my entire staff, I want to wish all the players and coaches the best of luck this year in the high school playoffs. Real service, real people.